If you're a home buyer in this market, you're probably living with the fear that you are going to overpay for the home you buy. Hello, my billions home buyers and sellers. This is Faryal, your real estate agent. And in today's video, we are going to unpack the truth behind what you're going to see more of, and it has already started sold over the asking property. I am so sick and tired of seeing this over and over again in the GTA market, and I feel the truth needs to be told to all of you out there to really understand what's going on. And if I'm feeling so frustrated as a real estate agent who understands what's going on, I can only imagine the level of frustration all of you out there have right now. So let's get right into it. First, I'm going to explain to you 3 pricing strategies that are used to sell a home. Number 1 strategy is pricing a home at the market value. It means the price that you see is what most likely the seller wants and expects for their home. This is the best way of buying real estate, and there are no games being played here. But these are the properties that come to the market and they sell very quickly. That's why a home buyer who knows exactly what they want and have narrowed down their home search can spot these properties and can act on it right away. Number 2 strategy is pricing your home above the market value. So these are the homes that you see that are listed above the market value. A lot of sellers use this strategy with the expectation that the buyers are going to negotiate anyway. So they want to give a buffer to the buyers, so then hoping to get the market value of their home. They also use this strategy to test the market and see if they can get above the market value for their home. This pricing strategy can be risky, and I'll tell you why. What happens is that if you list your home above the market value, you might eliminate buyers who might be interested in your home, thinking that it is above their price range, and you might not be open to negotiate as a seller. Then what ends up happening is that your home sits on the market for too long, and then buyers start to think that something is wrong with your home, and then they start sending you offers that lowball offers that are far away from the original market value, and bringing those buyers up to the market value can be a challenging thing to do. So when you're using this strategy, just be a little careful. Number 3 pricing strategy is pricing your home under the market value. Now, this is the most common strategy used in heated markets, where you see homes are listed below the market value with an offer date. Now, sellers use this strategy to attract as many buyers as possible into their home in the hopes of generating multiple offers, and then end up selling their home above the market value. I mean, if you look at it, there's nothing wrong with it. Of course, as a seller, you would want to sell your home and get as much as possible for your home, correct? However, in this strategy, I find a few problems. Number 1 is when the agents and their sellers get carried away and they're listed way below the market value. I'm talking about $100,000, $200,000, and this is, I believe, is completely absurd. It's misleading, and you're wasting time on both buyers and sellers, and because you're attracting buyers who are most likely not going to be able to afford the home. I find that it also leaves buyers thinking in their mind that they are now overpaying $100,000 to $200,000 because they believe that the list price is the market value of the home. I want to know what you think is a fair game in this pricing strategy. Do you think it's fair to list a home that's $200,000 below its market value, or do you think there should be some kind of limit over here? Let me know in the comments. So for you as a home buyer who's out there shopping, might come across any of these pricing strategies, right? But number 1, I think the most commonly one that you will come across now that moving towards a heated market is pricing under the market value. So how do you know what the true market value is of the home? How do you know that you're not overpaying for the house? And that's what I'm going to show you today. First of all, when you're working with a seasoned agent, they should be able to see the price, the list price, and tell you what's really happening in the back end to give you an idea. Now, key over here is picking the right comparables and knowing the market stats. So I will first show you how I pick my comparables, and then I will show you how the number crunching works to come up with the price range for my clients. So in front of me, I have the subject property that I want to do the numbers for my clients, let's say, and I want to find comparables. So when I'm looking at the property, of course, I will look inside first, how the property looks, the condition of the home, those things matter. But more than that, we also take a look at, of course, the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, detached, the style of home. It's 2-story. We want to compare apples to apples as much as possible. I will also take a look at the taxes. I will look at the lot size over here. I will take a look at the basement, if it's finished or unfinished. With that, of course, change the price. Then we look at the driving parking space, how many parking spaces are there, if the garage is attached or not. So these are some of the things I look at on the MLS itself and I see the listing. But what I do at the back end is then I will go into the GR warehouse, where I have all the information for the property, and I look at the assessed value of the home, and then I want to find comparable that is as close to this home in terms of the assessed value, the taxes, the lot size, and then we look at the bedroom size and bedroom numbers and bathroom numbers and things like that, right? So I have this one that I found comparable, right? So this one is also located in the same neighborhood. We have 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. The lot size is very similar. It's 2-story detached home. We take a look at the finished basement over here. We take a look at the approximately square footage of the home, and we take a look at the taxes. They're very close to the subject property as well, as you can tell. Then once I have found something that I think might be a right comparable, then I go into the Geo Warehouse again, and I find the property to see what the comparable will look like, and that's when I will find out if it's close enough or not. So if I go in here, the assessed value is $351 for it, and then we took a look at the lot size is 26 by 98. Now, of course, all the properties will not be exactly the same assessed values, but we want something that is as close as to the subject property to see if that will work out as a right comparable. So this one is 351. It's pretty close to the one that we were looking at. And then we also assess value and also give you an idea. Then you look deeper into it, why it is assessed higher than the subject property. Then we start thinking about the work that's done in the house. And those are the things that I take into consideration when I'm picking the comparables. What I also do is I will go into Google Maps and type in the address to see how far they are from each other. So this one is only 4 minutes away. It's in the same neighborhood, same area. So I can use that as a comparable. So this is basically in a nutshell what I do to find comparables, and then I plug into the Excel sheet to do the calculations to come up with the price range for my client. So once I pick up the comparables, now I have those, then I take into the consideration what's happening in the market. Are the prices going up? Are the prices going down? And then I include that into the calculations and come up with a price range that looks like this, which is starting from the low, average, and high end. I present that to my clients, and then they can decide for themselves, looking at the property, if it's something that's right out of the magazine. There's a lot of upgrades that's been done. It's a turnkey property, great location. There's tons of demand, which means there's already a lot of offers on the table. That means that we are most likely looking at the higher end of the price range over here. If it's a property that needs a little bit of work, there's still a lot of demand for it, there's many offers on the table, then probably we're looking somewhere between average to high. And if it needs a lot of work, then we're probably looking at low to average. However, when I give this price range to my clients and they end up going a little bit above that, they now know that they're overpaying for the house. However, they want to because they are in love with the house. That's a house they want. It fits their criteria. It's the location they want. Whatever the case is, at least they find out before they put an offer, not after, and not after moving in, or not after when appraiser shows up, right? This at least gives them a peace of mind, and they know what they are going to put forward. Also, it also gives them an idea. If I'm going to put forward an offer, how much more will I likely will have to go up in order to win this offer, right? So this way they know that they're not just shooting the numbers in the dark. They have some solid data available to them to make that right decision for themselves. And also, by knowing this, if you're someone who knows that, okay, high end is too high for me and this is what is most likely going to sell for, then why go put an offer? Because all you're doing is getting the prices up, because now you're one of the 50 offers that are on the table, right? And you know that you can't even go up that high, so what's the point? Now you have the knowledge that you need to know and understand the truth behind the sold over the asking property. So whenever you see that, you see sold over 100,000 asking, sold over 200,000 asking, just know that that probably sold at the market value, which is at whatever price it's sold for, but it was listed below the market value, probably 100, 200,000 below the market value. Now, I'm not saying that it most likely will not end up selling more than market value. That can happen for sure, but maybe $20,000, $30,000 more, I'm not too sure. But at least you know that it is not selling 100,000, 200,000 over the asking, okay? So just understand this concept over here. Share this video with family, friends, co-workers who might be in the market, who are facing this fear right now, that will find value in this video. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I have my Calendly link below. If you need any help with this, I can always help you as well. Until next time, have yourself a wonderful day. This is Freya signing out.